Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to my channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when I drop my next one. Listen, you guys, we are now going to go into part 5 of reading this Garth Brooks Jane Roe lawsuit. And I'm telling you guys, the details in this lawsuit are absolutely shocking. Trigger warning, this is legendary icon Garth Brooks being sued by a former makeup artist and stylist. And again, I am shocked by some of the details listed in this lawsuit. However, it is not up for me to judge. It's for me to read and for you guys to leave your comments below respectfully as I read this explosive lawsuit. I definitely want to know what you guys think concerning what is being implied in this lawsuit against Garth Brooks. Again, trigger warning, and we're going straight into part 5. Like, share, subscribe, and here we go with the lawsuit reading. At times, Garth Brooks implied that the touching would continue, despite Ms. Rowe insisting this was unwanted. For example, one time when he said while touching her, "Next time we mess around," and Ms. Rowe clearly said no. He became visibly angry at Ms. Rowe and left. Ms. Rowe, needing the financial support from her work for Garth Brooks, was petrified that her refusals would cause him to fire her. Garth Brooks increased the frequency of his adult language and charged conversation with Ms. Rowe, and this included his repeated remarks about having a menage with his wife, in which he implied that Ms. Rowe would be the third person, which Garth Brooks' wife overheard on at least one occasion, Ms. Rowe believes. In or about May 2020, Garth Brooks, while speaking to his manager Randy and Miss Yearwood directly in front of Ms. Rowe, talked about inventing a shampoo bottle that would double as an adult toy. When Ms. Rowe became uncomfortable and would not join in to the conversation, Garth Brooks became upset and slammed both of his fists onto the kitchen countertop so forcefully that items were tossed around, and he leaned in toward Ms. Rowe and spoke in a very threatening manner to her. Following this incident, she was so upset that Ms. Rowe sent a text message to Garth Brooks. I have thought a lot about the conversation of last Monday. I can't work in an environment where these type of comments are made about shampoo bottles doubling as adult toys. I mean you no harm, and if you truly value my work, I am happy to show up tomorrow and or whenever you may need my services. After sending the text, she wrote him with an email with the same content and copied Miss Yearwood on that email. Additionally, during phone conversations in 2020, Garth Brooks said inter alia the following to Miss Rowe. After she told Brooks that she was upset, he told his wife that Miss Rowe had seen his man parts. Garth Brooks tried to minimize what he said, and he said, "Oh, sweetheart, for one, I think I know Trisha pretty well, and she wasn't uncomfortable. And I said, you saw my stuff. That was it. We were talking about something, and it just came up. Look, I'm worried you are overthinking this." After the S.A. in Los Angeles, Garth Brooks told Ms. Rowe about a mysterious text message he received in which a person claimed that Brooks had ruined his life. In a phone conversation about this text, Garth Brooks said he had no idea who had texted him that message and suggested that he thought it was Miss Rowe's husband who had sent the text and tried to get her to reveal her husband's phone number. Garth Brooks told Miss Rowe, "I never want to hurt anybody, so that one, the mysterious text, it bothered me. It bothered me. I didn't know that number." Garth Brooks claimed about the unknown text in which someone purposely said he had ruined his life led to this exchange between he and Miss Rowe in a text message. And that killed me. It broke my heart like God. I never want to hurt anybody. So I was scared to death. And then, when they called you for work and you couldn't do it for 2 months, I thought, oh crap. That's what I thought. Oh crap. So I was trying to seek you out to come talk or whatever I needed to do. But I don't know. I didn't want to hurt anybody, man. And I just felt bad. Miss Rowe said over the phone to Garth Brooks, I want to make sure that even though I've told you no, that you're cool with no, and I mean no, as in no fooling around, like we had done, you are cool with that, right? Miss Rowe also said, when I saw you at the redacted name of the event, when you were doing the blank, you were pretty upset with me. Garth Brooks replied, no, I would never be upset with you. Look at it this way, okay? Look at it. The best way I can explain it is, me and you broke into a jewelry store, and the second we broke that door, we looked at each other and said, this isn't right. But we already had broken that door. And so I think me and you get out and run. And I just hope that nobody ever finds out, and just love one another and be friends. Is that fair? In his abusive Mississippi action, Garth Brooks said Miss Rowe falsely accused him of S.A. He will not be able to explain why he told her in 2020, I work with the best and I don't want to do something stupid that breaks this team up. So I will do whatever I need to do or do whatever I don't need to do. But I just want to keep working with you. But if you feel weird working with me, it's fine. We don't have to work together. In response, Ms. Rose said, I've never found myself in this situation. That is, I just don't know what I'm going to be able to look up from. And I'm a little frightened of you. I really am. Garth Brooks said to her, sweet baby, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine. That makes me frightened of you. In this phone conversation, Miss Rowe explained that it would be difficult to work with Garth Brooks again, to which Garth Brooks said, I am asking you to work together forever, and you have a place here as long as you want it. I'm lucky to have you. I don't want this to go anywhere, and I don't want something that happened in a moment to screw the whole 20 years I've known you. Garth Brooks said to Miss Rowe, I love you to death, honey. I don't ever want to see you hurt or cry or want or need for anything. If you are down physically, if you need income, please let me know. I want to help. If this situation happened a year ago, before me and you did anything silly with each other, the answer would have been the same. Yes, let me help. I'm so sorry that we crossed a line. I don't want to hurt anybody. I really don't. In addition to phone calls, there were multiple text exchanges between Brooks and Miss Rowe with explicit content, again showing that Garth Brooks knew exactly what he had done to her. One day in 2020, when she was on site at a studio to style Garth Brooks' hair and do his makeup, he took her phone and deleted most of the text messages that he had sent to her. Garth Brooks uses more than one cell phone, and sometimes we use different names and email addresses to communicate with Ms. Rowe. He would tell Ms. Rowe ahead of time that it would be him sending her communications under a different name. For example, in 2019, he texted her to use a certain email address with the woman's name. It will come back to you as the woman's first name, the woman's last name. But that is me. Smiley face. Although Garth Brooks thought he deleted everything on Mrs. Rowe's phone, he did not. And some texts remained, including those in which he encouraged Miss Rowe to speak in a graphic manner to him, such as the message referring to his huge man part. Because the woman's name he used is that of an employee, Miss Rowe had not included it in his lawsuit. It was redacted. And part of it says, blank warm fact, and that huge man thing you carry, Roosevelt. And then at the bottom of the text it says, I'll take that nickname. Thank you. I love you. Based on the information set forth above, which is a sampling of some but not all of the acts Garth Brooks subjected her to, it is obvious why he resorted to such a drastic measure as filing the abuse of Mississippi action. Garth Brooks is desperate to prevent his millions of fans from learning about the horrific things he has said and done to a junior female employee who did nothing to deserve such treatment. Fortunately, Garth Brooks is not entitled to misuse legal stature, such as the Declaratory Judgment Act to further harm Miss Rowe. Miss Rowe's agency as a survivor and her ability to hold Garth Brooks accountable for his predatory behavior should not be thwarted by the preemptive abuse of Mississippi action. While Miss Rowe has been victimized again by Garth Brooks, she commences this action to hold him accountable. This will be the end of part 5. I will be coming back with part 6. We are almost done reading this document. I definitely want to know what you guys think below. Do you think that she has a lawsuit? Do you think that this actually happened? Share your own opinion. Like, share, subscribe, you guys. Until next time, be safe. Enjoy your day. Bye, guys.